Blues News.
Hi, I'm trying something new, so I hope that you like it. So if those of you, the very few of you who are actually watching, have been watching me since before I started my official podcast, you may remember that this is how my videos started way back in January of 2023 when I started having this series of visions, the Join Hands with Heaven visions, and I really felt like God was calling me to share these visions. I was very uncomfortable on camera at that point, and so I just set my iPhone down and sat on the floor in front of my window and just started telling about these visions. They were very awkward videos at the time, and I was just doing what I felt like God was telling me to do. And for some reason, when I believe God told me, okay, it's time to start your official podcast, and I got the equipment that I needed, camera that I could use and some lighting, and then I changed my format, so I was sitting in front of my computer, but I never felt very comfortable with that. It seemed too informal, just my face, and I'm in front of a computer, like sitting at a desk, like on the news or something, and it just wasn't ever me. It just felt too stiff and too formal, and that's just not who I am. And so anyway, and I'm just learning how to do all this as I go. I've never taken any classes or, I'm just seriously, some of my equipment is held together with like gum and Scotch tape. I'm not kidding. So I'm just learning as I go, figuring out the equipment, figuring it all out. And so I decided I wanted to try to get back to that original feeling of the real informal, just me kind of sitting in my room in front of the window and just talking to you instead of it being so formal. So I bought some new equipment, yet more equipment. I've got a lapel mic now, so I can be a little further away from the camera. I don't have to have that big microphone. And then I'm using my iPad now instead of my camera on top of my computer. I do use a teleprompter. That's something new that I started maybe about 6 months ago. When I first started the official podcast, I would just try to turn on the camera and just talk. And then that just turned into a nightmare of having to patch it all together in the editing to try to make sense of everything and say everything coherently. I'm not very good at speaking extemporaneously. I'm actually a writer. That's my greatest strength. And so when I'm trying to just speak to the camera, I go off in all different kinds of tangents. And so I thought I would try doing a teleprompter. That works a lot better. So it is my words. I'm just reading what I've written, but I stay on target and it'll go off on different tangents, and I don't have to spend as much time editing. In that way, the things that I say are well thought out because I've taken the time to write it all out beforehand. My teleprompter is now on my iPad while I'm recording, and I'm using this as the remote control for the teleprompter. So anyway, this is the first time I've ever tried it. It seems like it's working, and I like the way it looks. I hope you like it. And also, I wear glasses, but I can't ever wear my glasses in my other setup because the ring light, all you can see is a ring. So this way I'm using natural light so it doesn't reflect on the glasses, and so I prefer to wear my glasses. Who I am. I just want to be me. And also you get to see my wonderful little me. This is actually a mirror. It's a vintage mirror. See? And there's the camera. And I just love this. It's looks like something from the 1920s. I'm not sure, but it's definitely very old. So I'm getting ready to record my first podcast using this format, but I wanted to give you a little blues news first so that you wouldn't be shocked when you started the video and here I am sitting here and everything looks totally different. Maybe you wouldn't have been shocked, I don't know, but I just felt like I needed to put this out there first before my next podcast comes out so that I don't have to spend any time on the podcast talking about this, but you'll already understand what's going on. So this is just so much more me. So anyway, all right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you at my next podcast, which should be coming out in a couple of days. Hope you like the new format. Peace.